W6BBS 72.
Yeah, good evening, Dennis. WB6ISO, K6MYC. And I hear you, Frank.
Good evening, Mike, KM6SR, and good evening, Frank, and Aaron, and Adam, and Bill, and I can't remember anybody else. Over.
Yep, K6USY 1079.
WA6AAJ 727.
Hi, Michael, AA6S.
Hi, Bill. Hey, Rob. And what Rob said.
Hey, Bill, did you check in Ralph last night?
Yeah, Roger. But Mike had a better signal on him than I did. It was weird last night. In fact, even Ron over there, the signal wasn't as strong as he normally is. So I don't know what was going on.
Hello, Mike, WA6AAJ, KM6SR.
KE6VON 1040. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, everybody. You too, Mikey.
I'm going to listen from downstairs, Mike. If you need me, give me a chance to get back up here. KM6SR, going to eat some dinner.
Okay.
Somebody's in CW there. It said break. CW, go ahead. AA6S.
Well, that's probably Richard. KD6BQ. We hear CW. We hear your CW, Richard. K6MYC in the group. Over. Something ending in 4. Who is that? Let's have a call sign and a Bozo number. Call sign or Bozo number. Over. The CW station. Call sign or Bozo number. Over. Okay, 249. That's what I thought. Roger.
KK6ZKE. Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox.
Kilo Echo 6, Victor Oscar November 1040. Not sure if you heard me earlier.
I heard you, but I'm trying to catch up here. If you guys are checking in so fast, I can't write it all down.
Copy.
Yeah, we're testing to see how quickly Rob can write down call signs.
Well, Rob's not writing them. He's in the kitchen eating.
Haven't got down there yet, but I've got them all written down.
Hi, Rob. Forgot to say hello, AA6S.
Yeah, how you doing, Bill? And Terry, are you 704? Is that your number?
Roger that, 704.
KE6 VON 1090 1091.
1040, Mike.
1040. I knew I had that wrong.
Yep, 1040. The dreaded IRS form.
And Mike, you know mine, 982.
I got you, KG6 Charlie Echo Fax. I'm catching up.
Okay.
So good evening, Daryl. KG6CEF, KM6SR. I think now I might get down to eat.
Rob, you sound just great tonight. How in the heck are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Any better? I don't deserve it, I guess you might say. Anyway, showed the wife my solar panels up on the deck, so slowly getting that going. Over.
Oh, cool. Right on. Yeah, that's. I wish I could do that.
Hey, Rob, how overloaded is your mind from last night, K6USY?
Oh, boy, you had to remind me, didn't you? It was brutal. I tell you, I don't know.
Hey, guys, let me tell you something. I'm W6BBS. I barely got a high school diploma, and I'm in extra class. So if I can pass that test, anybody can.
Yeah, Frank, you probably got a much better memory than I do there, and you're probably younger whippersnapper, so you can handle it better, too. Over.
Memory? Who are you?
This is KM6SR, the one with exploded head.
All right. Anyways, yep, just keep after it, guys. You'll get there. No big deal. W6BBS, standing by for the net.
I can't look at the radio, Aaron, but Frank doesn't sound right. Is he crushing me here?
No, that's Frank's got an audio problem on his end.
All right, is that better?
Yes, that's better. What were you doing?
Well, I just turned the amp off.
Well, something's going on in the amp. Turn it on again.
All right, there's the amp right there. This is the amp. Talk.
Yep, sounds like it's in Class C.
Well, let's lock it into JT and see what it does. Does that change anything?
No.
It could be RF getting into it.
It's possible.
Yeah, because the antenna's in a different spot than it was before and whatnot, and I'm directly behind it, and it's not much higher than me.
Well, we'll watch it. Are you able to rotate it?
Yeah, I could, but all I did, I just turned the amp off for right now and investigate later, Mike. No big deal.
Well, it sounds fine with the amp off, so. Righty, let's see. Back down to you, Bill and Mike. Now, let's see. Did you guys work K6 TSK and K6 ZMW?
K6 NYC A6F. I thought Mike had come in there. He and I both worked TSK, but no Joe. I think he's still got a problem with the amplifier or whatever he's got. He doesn't have the power going, but Mike had a way better signal on Ralph than I did, so there was some kind of a weird inversion, because usually I'm stronger, so I don't know what was going on. Mike, go ahead.
Okay, well, I got you. You worked QUI. We couldn't hear you or QUI. You must have turned your power down when you were talking to Ron.
Didn't turn it down that. No, I had it up about 50%, which is about 300 watts. But like I say, the signal was down from Ron last night. I mean, he was Q5, but I would copy, but he wasn't way up in the red like he normally is. So I don't know what was going on. Something probably with these weird temperature stuff and everything.
Yeah, probably. Frank could hear you. Frank could hear a QUI up there in Course Gold, but I couldn't hear you or him. But Frank was copying Ron in there okay most of the time. He wasn't real strong, but he was there. Okay, anyway, we logged him in. We logged you all in, and I logged in Ralph. But I just assumed you didn't come back on frequency. When you do that, when you go work them, you got to tell us you work them.
Yeah, Roger, but sometimes you're talking someplace and I get antsy. I'm working on a project, so I don't sit here too long. Go ahead.
Well, you can tell somebody in this area that you're hearing him, or you worked him. Just tell Mike I worked Ralph, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, Mike worked him too, so we both skated, I guess.
Yeah. Aaron can usually hear you guys no matter where I'm pointed. Aaron doesn't have pointing, so he can always hear you.
Yeah, Roger, Mikey.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Last night when I was hearing both Bill and Ron on 1296, I had forgotten that my rotors are in backwards, and I had turned it around to point south. I was actually pointing north. I was pointing away from them when I was hearing both of them. Over.
Yeah, well, I might have done that too. I went all the way around to 30 degrees, and I couldn't hear them anywhere. So I was looking for a bounce path also, and I couldn't find it. Anyway, let me get it around the loop here. Terry, KK6ZKE, anything new at your QTH, and did you get any rain this afternoon?
Pointed at the right direction, even if you're at 60 degrees. He's generally pointed at Bill until he specifically turns this way. Over.
I doubled with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just said that typically him and Bill are pointed towards each other. Ron is not pointed this way until we specifically tell him to turn around to talk to you in this direction. And so I hear him just fine, but he's way stronger when he turns it up our way.
Well, not on 1296. Not for me, anyway. It doesn't matter. All right. What I said was, Terry, KK6ZKE, did you get any rain down there this afternoon?
No rain. Seemed clear. Haven't been out in the last hour or so, though.
Well, it sprinkled here on and off, but it wet the concrete to halfway, and then it would stop, and about 5 minutes later, the concrete would be dry again. Did that about 4 times. How about you, Frank?
Pretty much exactly the same thing. About a half hour or so, a little longer ago, it rained pretty good for about 5 minutes, and enough to cover the cars with water and everything while we were having dinner. But I've been seeing it at 3 o'clock or at about 3:15. It turned on, rained for about 30 seconds, and then just shut off. And then it's been kind of the same thing. You get a few little sprinkles